and welcome to this Tarot Tuesday, although it's just Monday today. But tomorrow my brother, it's his birthday and we're going away on a little trip, so I may not have time to do the Tarot Tuesday tomorrow, so I do it today. First out, what shall I start with? I'll start with the personal pre-reading that I've been asked about to do, and I will use the same deck for both personal reading and the weekly reading for soul. This deck, old, very much used, Gale Tarot deck. So, and if you want a free reading, then let me know. I do free readings every Tuesday and for one person, and I don't need to know anything about you or so. I have thought about though to I'll have to think about that a little bit longer, to maybe have some scale questions or so after the reading to get some feedback. Because sometimes it happens that someone is not getting back with, no, I can't move that, that will make a lot of sound, so just give it like a thought about moving that chair there. Yeah, I'll think about that, but I like if you give me some sort of feedback on the reading, but you don't have to. So, no matter what it is. Yeah. Also, thank you for your comments, all of you. And about the sound, I don't know. I will wait with this. Some people like the sounds and can hear them. Maybe you need headphones, but actually I myself can hear it without headphones. So, have you really checked below here? I mean, obviously there is a volume on the computer, but also right here on the video there is also volume you can change. So maybe you haven't checked that out. I don't know. Let me know if it works. Or it can be me not speaking so clear, so it's easy to hear what I'm saying. And also I pronounce things a little bit differently sometimes since I'm from Sweden. So, yeah. So, first then I will do a reading for someone who asked for a reading before, and I saw it way after I think that person asked for it then. But I did a reading and sent a message on messages. Have you seen that? Let me know if you got the previous one. It would be interesting to know if you received it. But I will do another one for you now. And yeah, since I don't label it here who it is for, I send a private message. So you need to check up how to read that if you haven't seen that. Actually, you go on about in the description. I had started to describe how we do everything here now, but click on the about and then send message, and then you can send a message. If you go to another person's page, yeah. And there you can also see if you got any messages from someone else. Oh, they want to stay in here. They don't want to come out today. See if it makes any difference now when you do like this. Which I don't know for how long I've had this for very, very many years. Well used. It's broken here. Not the cuts, so they are whole. So let's see. Well, I will just, I think I'll just start and shuffle the deck, and then we will see what we do. Maybe I cut across. Here on the back here is the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, and you can do this spread as well, which is very great. And lately I've thought about this so much that the two pillars of wisdom, sorry for not being at all relaxing today, and how they also represent mercy and severity. It's very interesting, I think. Here somewhere in between is wisdom, or in both, depending on what the situation is. So, okay, I will just shuffle. Maybe I come up with what sort of spread I will do for you. This is the personal reading, and I will send you a message. So, yeah, it feels great. So I will just do like this. This is the overall general reading, and you also had questions about love and so on. So we will see if it says something about that right away, or else we will draw some cards connecting to that. And what I want you to know about the cards or the readings is that the future is open and free. You can change it. This is just reflecting actually the past. The past influences the future if we don't change our patterns, obviously, and many don't. So therefore it's easy to read the cards. It's not that it's set and static and it have to become in a certain way. But from where we are right now when I do this reading, this is how it looks. I think I will turn them right away since I have such a little space. So otherwise I used to put the back side down first and turn them one by one. But this first card is the situation, the central theme, you can say, for you right now. It can also represent you. So actually, you almost never need to ask about a specific topic, because it used to show what that is, what does I think that we get help from the spirit guides, and what they think is the most important thing to focus on. Let's see. Hanged Man. And this, I will just put this here for the moment. Why do we look at this card? Alright, I think maybe I will use a little bit more light here. Although it's daylight now. So we also need a flashlight. I don't think it makes much difference really. Anyways, I will just not use the flashlight. The central card here speaks about and this person with rainbow colors. It's like a crossroads, you can say as well. But he's not hanged. He's just unable to move as he wants or change things to the way you would like to or want to. And it also, this upside down, position speaks about seeing things from a totally different view. And this, the rose here, also is these circles really are representations of this is the spiritual self, and this is the human or ego self, you could say, or the smaller self. And what this card says is that try to look at the situation in the total opposite way. Turn it totally around, just to think about that, however that would be. You can write it down if that is easier, as if it was not related to you, just an assignment in school or whatever, to shift this situation into the total opposite, whatever the situation is for you right now. And it also talks about being guided by spirit. The white hair here shows someone bringing the spiritual light down to the darkness of the world, if you say. So he also hangs upside down to show that he's guided by spirit and not by his hair. There's a lot of money on the ground there. They have fallen out of his pockets. So his priority is the spirit, which is love. And the rainbow colors represent also all those different frequencies that spirit can show itself. And so there is love in the center. Yeah, and this can represent many things. Mind and body, heaven and earth, every opposite actually the cards can represent sometimes. But so the central card is to maybe change your priorities a bit, or change your view on the world, your attitudes, because as it stands for the moment, it shows that you cannot affect the situation you are in directly, but you still can change a lot by changing your ways of viewing it. So either prioritize in a different way, or see it in a different way, in some sort. And think about also not what you can gain so much, which this smaller self would do, but what you have to give. You have so much to give and share. So that is also one thing this card speaks about. But you feel a little bit stuck here and unable to move in the way or the direction that you want to. This card can also include a little bit of talk about this card only now, but there are coming 10 more. So I have to move on 15 minutes of the first card. No, I talked a bit about other things first. So. That you worry about money maybe or so. How will it cope and what will be well. So, but this is about trust as well. He is not tormented. He's relaxed where he hangs, and this have a meaning and a purpose where you are at, although you may not see it right now. So let's say now this card is what's blocking you, blocking you from seeing it in another way or so. This is growth and fertility, Princess of Earth of Pentacles. This represents fertility, and that can be fertility in like all aspects of life. But growth, what blocks you? You want to grow, I think. And she is sitting here, I don't know what this is called, but weaving or whatever you say, spinning. she also tries to produce. I think what blocks you here is this could be a person, someone. Sometimes the court cards, if you say, represent the actual persons, and this is major kind of cards, so these have a strong influence, no matter where it was placed. Oh yeah, moving on. This it cannot focus well. I don't know. It looks very. I don't know, but still, I hope you understand what the card says. Anyway, it's very clear colors and strong colors, really. But here they look very pale. I don't know why. What blocks you? I think you want so much, and you are in the progress. This could be you as well, although this is a woman. And this is also, yeah, well, I had to finish one sentence at a time. You want to grow so much, you want to produce, you want things to be fertile and to lead somewhere, and you do your, I mean, she's preparing and doing her work here, so you are very focused on that, I think. You want to move on and come, you want to come further. And this is also, that was what I was going to say, since it's Pentacles, and Pentacles is also related to Earth and to materialistic things or money or so. So it can be also here that you feel you don't want to be as limited money-wise. You want to grow in prosperity maybe as well. Growth. Anyway, because this represents a young girl, a child almost, and you want to move on, but maybe this is where you need to be for the moment. I mean, this is progress. Things are blooming, things are happening. This is like a spring card, like it's in spring, like it is now, and it's fertile ground, so it's not that you are actually stuck, although you can't influence it very much right now. So this blocks you. Yeah, it can be that you have too much focus on the materialistic side of things, or the result, or I don't know. Moving on. This is what can help you then. King of Pentacles as well. Can help you. Conception is what this card says. Well, sorry for pausing a whole lot. I cough and I don't have any water here, so I forgot that. Could get it if I wasn't so lazy. Well, anyways, moving on. Can help you. This can be a child. This can also be that you want things like that, like family and all that sort of things. Because this fertility in itself, or I mean, this is fertility as well, can represent these things that you want in your life. What can help you then? This is a grounded, stable. This can be a father figure, so this could be either you who wants to want that, but how can this help you? I don't know really, but this is a very calm and stable and focused person. This could be also, as on the court card, someone else in your environment, an older male or father figure to you that can help you in this situation, whatever this situation represents then. Or someone who could help you financially could also be, if you need that. Well, this was mysterious so far. To me, maybe you understand it better, but and here is also that rainbow. I think this also somehow speaks about letting yourself be guided by your dreams and your spirit. He also sits like, here's the earth. It's very stable and sit there on the earth, but still are connected to the rainbow and to the other dimensions, if you would say, or other vibrations. So maybe this card shows, because you have you don't see that clearly, but you have very happy, bright eyes. And he also hold like a crystal ball or a earth in his hands, you could say. So I think you need to connect to your visions and to your ability to create, although it's not always immediate apparent, and it's not always what you create physically that you can see the result of in an obvious way. That is the most important thing, but to find this attitude as well, to balance the vision and stability, and he is very abundant, this king here. So look at that to change your attitude and perspective, to see your abundance, what you really have. That is also something that will change things a lot for you, I think. But you may see something else in the cards, and if you do and interpret them in a different way, listen to your thoughts, because you have the keys to your own reality. I just read the cards, and I don't read them psychically, although I'm a psychic. When I work with the cards, sometimes I get messages from Spirit directly, but usually I just look at the cards and try to interpret the cards with my normal mindset, if you say. And I have obviously a little bit intuition maybe, but sometimes I have no clue. I just guess mainly, you say. So this is what you are aware of then. Let's see, related to this situation. Well, you see the goals here. The goals are the mountains. The mountain tops represents each goal. You have many goals, but you are very clear about your goals, and you are aware of this. This is the chariot, that you need to guide yourself there. And this horse, this also represents you. He's like, high speed, really wants to, move. This is fire color, and the horse here also want to get going to his goals, and this is about swiftness as well. This chariot here is very light, but you need to take it easy also for it to be balanced and not to fall over in any direction towards your goal. You need to take it slow also. Although this is great that you have this energy and you want so much, and these two reins that he holds, if you call it that, I think so, represents your thoughts and your emotions. They are what guides your energy towards your goal. So that's also the thing. Keep your emotions positive about this, about all you have and all you can also develop and create, although you are not yet there. And because that gives energy to push you forward, and keep he have his eyes on the goal there. He looks away to the goal, and so keep your eyes on the goal and your thoughts focused on it. Don't look at your limitations that you are in right now so much, because there is a purpose for this, although it's not obvious to you right now. why you feel stuck and unable to move in the way that you want to. Yeah. Now, this is what you're unaware of. Inspiration, yeah. This is emotions. This is also related to feel. I mean to. I was supposed to speak Swedish. To love as well. Cups represents emotions. Water, love, yeah, and inspiration as well. You can have inspiration in all areas, but this is emotionally. So you are unaware of this in which way. I think you can go so all in to be focused on your project and what you want to achieve in the material world, produce or results in some way. So you may lose the vision of, you may lose touch with the inspiration to do it. I think so. And maybe you also need, these are very playful, it looks like, at least. I'm sorry, I need to change my legs, I'm falling asleep here. Yeah, so well, that is what the rainbow is, I think. Rainbow is also, it's not really, yeah, it's connected to water actually, to me at least, but it is because when it's rain and rainbow, obviously. And it stands also for hope, that, yes, it's a promise, like in the Bible. The rainbow is a promise that you are watched over and things will be fine. But this king now, yeah, you don't, I think, I don't know if you value, you asked about love, so obviously you value love and you want that too. I'm not sure though how much you value your own emotions and feelings and how much you're in touch with that, because it seems like you're unaware of that a little bit here. And it guides you to follow your inspiration more, to do things that make you inspired, to think thoughts that make you inspired, and to have trust in the process, and also this is obviously also about love. And I know nothing about you. I have no clue who you are, so yeah, I have no clue, but this is a man that have a lot of love, so that you are not aware of. I don't know what that means. Around you. It can be around you, or it can be you. Inspiration. I think you need to get in touch with more than the materialistic side to get inspired. I think you need to listen more to what makes you just happy and feel joyful also, because that is guiding you also towards these goals, as feelings are one of these brains there. These are mysterious to me, I must say. I keep saying that. And you are unaware of this. How are you unaware of this? I don't know, but I think you need to shift focus a bit. And also this is a very generous and giving and sharing artistic man. So maybe you don't really see all that you have to give and focus upon that instead of what you want to receive. You will then receive much more than you think. Yeah, it is also a very abundant person when it comes to a very, very loving person. So yeah, I'll just move on and see if we make any sense out of this. So this is like reading a book, but I mean the tarot itself is like reading a book, but you not make it up, but you can see the patterns yourself. You don't have to read each sentence, but every time, if this is a book, every time it's different. So it's fun. Moving on. This is the past that also is related to this central subject of question. Endeavor. You have been very focused, as you also are. This is like this horse almost. You see, the colors are the same. It's like an arrow pointing in one direction. You know what you want, and you want it now. No, I don't know, but you have a very strong focus, and you have had. And the environment you see, if you can see the lines here in the sides, they also change. The environment changed to help you reach your goal. You affect everything, not only exactly what you do and focus on, but things will work in your favor when you have this strong focus on what you want. So you have achieved a lot, I think, because you have had this strong focus, and yeah, I think you're good at achieving what you want, but you really don't like to wait, and you don't want to, you want to see progress. As I've repeated now many times. So let's see. Maybe this is the same goal that you have had for a long time, that is in the now as well. And this is the future, the closest future. So this may be in weeks to come, or this can be in maybe longer time sometimes, or closer. We will see what this says now related to the same topic here. Completion. This seems to work fine for you. Oh, this is very stable. Squares are very stable always, but here is also this fire, but also a little bit calmer with this blue and number 4 there. So this is 4 wands. It's completion. Maybe says it all. I think you will things maybe, well, whatever this central topic is here, I think you will find, I mean, you will feel that you achieve the things you like and want. That's the only thing I can read in this card right now. So, and this card is your attitude, but we saw your attitude a bit here as well, but how you view yourself for the situation. Peace. Here comes love, I think, a little bit also. It's very cool, this card, because you, I don't know, about love, since it says peace, I don't know if you have been in a stormy, I don't know if you have been in any relationship at all, but maybe it have been very much fire and emotions and such, and stormy, and all you try to keep now is some peace, and to have it cool and calm. Peace. Your attitude, or this can also, related to this middle card, mean that you really think it's too peaceful. You want action, you want something to happen. There may be some partner, person around, but I don't think you feel that you get everything you want there, that you can be everything you are somehow. So that may be a little bit confusing for you, what you would choose. If there is someone in your life, or maybe two, because this is a choice between two things, but it can also be a choice whether to stay in that or get involved in that or not. And you just have to look inwards. That is the advice from the cards. But if something doesn't feel right to you, then maybe it isn't. So you should really listen to your feelings, as you are a little bit aware of what you feel, really inspired by what makes the waves of your emotions get uplifted and inspired. Really. Yeah, you have a lot of energy. But everything looks great. I may focus a bit on the different other sides because I wanted to get that, if it even is correct. But overall, when I look at the cards here, it looks very, very good. You may feel stuck though, and that it moves too slow. You want more. Because you also know your potential, you know how much you have and how much you can contribute with and gain and such. So yeah, I think you may sometimes dismiss your own feelings in favor of being focused, actually, and so on. This is your feelings is a great guide to where you want to go, so, to your happiness. Let's see, and this is what you know, the environment around you, or how they see this situation, or you. Hermit, all right. This means that people around see you as a very wise person, and with lots of spirituality. It is violet, and the spirituality can then be expressed very much in. You have a lot more of that than you know. You share much more than you really know, and bring healing to the world, as this first card showed, bringing love into the world. And others perceive that more than you may do. And they also perceive you as someone who follows their own inner guidance, their own light that you hold here. But also that you may keep yourself a bit apart, like this hermit. This is one standing on the top of a mountain. This can be a very developed person also, that in that sense, I mean, you may have higher standards about different kinds of things, how to behave and whatever, and yeah, as some people used to say, it can be lonely at the top. You have so much. But they think you're a hermit a little bit. Maybe you need to share a little bit more about your emotions more. You are really, I think, sharing and so on. I think you are. But I think emotionally maybe you don't share as much. So your inner life, not only what is going on in the outer life, but your inner life as well. But yeah, also to become aware of yourself. That is a way. Sharing things make you also come in contact more with your inner self as well. So and this hermit has also turned away. You may not be easy to reach all the time, although you are, people perceive you in a very positive way. Anyways, they do. But this is also a very cool and calm card. While in reality, people perceive you this way, but in reality you're very fiery and even more emotional than you. And you have a lot more love than you express. You have so much love to share in various ways. And then this is what are your hopes and fears? Well, you want everything. This is a world card. And this is the victory, This is someone, also this cross here. Like the universe, you want everything. I don't think you fear it. I really don't think. Here's also the earth and the universe. You want everything. Great. Great ambition. I mean, I laugh, but I really think that is wonderful. But you may not have a lot of patience all the time. That's the thing, is that some things need to grow slow, and that phase of the development also have a purpose, and it's very meaningful, although you want to achieve the result. So, as I have said now many times, I think this is the end result, and this is not the end. This is just in about 6 months it usually is, and how things stand right now, how things will be, as well as this card. You can influence them yourself as well. Oh, justice. This means that things will balance themselves. It can be, I talked about these pillars here, mercy and severity. Here is the wand, guiding wand, and here is you whip someone, really. So that is sort of what that is actually what you have there. Oh, I'm so sorry for doing that to your face. No, so justice here is, I don't know what this is in your case. This can represent anything for you, so you have to tune in and think yourself. But things are, in some ways, we really need to take a decision and make. These are black and white, but actually everything is in gray, scales of gray. Well, there are colors also. Now I speak in a strange way, but I mean, nothing is maybe exactly black and white, but still we need to make decisions, and that is what this is this called scales. Well, she needs to, and you in this case, needs to look inwards and to make that is the decision. It can also sometimes represent, as an end result, it can represent that actually karma, what you give out, you get back. But karma is not like some people misunderstand karma like being something, a punishment, but karma is really lessons in love. You need to see another perspective to understand that perspective. You need to be in another person's shoes to really understand it. So that may be why we live several lives, as I believe we do, to gain new insights and grow as souls and humans and souls. So this can be a lesson, or otherwise, I don't know, a guiding lesson. It's always both, although it may feel sometimes harsh, and sometimes you may understand it as a guide. I don't know if that really gave you a lot of food for your soul or your thoughts or so on, but what you make of it, it will be really, that is easy to say, but yeah. And I think it will be great, and also the completion seems to really already show up here. I didn't see a lot of love. Yeah, your attitude here, that it's maybe too peaceful, or what that is, or that is not satisfying for you right now where you're at, and also here your feelings, and you want a lot. You want to, you probably want that too. This princess could be the one, I don't know, but you need to connect more to your emotions and to giving out love, showing and sharing your love to receive it, I think. Well, I will just leave it like that for now, and if you want to ask, if you want me to lay another spread about, especially about love itself, and then ask me if this was not enough answers for you right now. So, and this was the overall things that need to happen to change the attitude, really. But now I will have to, before this ends, make the weekly spread as well. It seemed great. I get a really great and uplifting feeling about this. So I think no need to worry. Everything will reach its fruition, or what to say. And I think it will be in your favor. That is really my feeling. So I will cut the deck now, but take the 3 upper cards. I usually fan them out, but now I won't for us this week. And the first part of the week, now it's Monday, so Tuesday, Wednesday also. This card. Oh, strength. We may feel like we're in a desert here, but this is also the wand and the wisdom. The snake here represents the wisdom. And here's our physical or ego selves that wants to roar and protect, and I don't know, strength. This is one sort of strength, and this is the other part. This can actually also represent those pillars. Yeah, this will be the mercy one then. The spiritual side, and how they are, these flowers that they have around them, intertwined, no, what is it? Yeah, well, anyway, they also show an 8, like the eternity sign, so we are always eternally one. This is also an 8, yeah, with this, I mean, it cannot be separated, our physical selves and our spiritual selves. It's one. And to gain real strength, we need to nourish both and honor both, but this one should be the one guiding. We shouldn't be guided by this, but we should care for it and love it and respect it and listen to it. Our animal selves. Yeah. And this is the Thursday, Friday card. Oh, here the lion is calm. And this is a lion on both. This is fantastic. It's like sunshine. I don't know if you'll call this sunshine, but this is a very intuitive king or man. This sunny. This is. I think it's much activity that will go on, and in a bright way. However, we will also feel strong and inspired. New ideas. We will make happen innovation this week. And then, oh, they are really alike in some ways, this. And this wand here sometimes also represent the inspiration from Spirit. The fire also represents that, but from God. So we will be inspired from Spirit, not driven or so by our animal nature or our ego selves. This is the weekend card, and also for Monday next week. Change. Something will really change here. this, oh, wait a second. Okay, you can listen to her. This is she's cleaning outside. This is how well you hear. She's speaking on her mobile phone every time, every Monday. She's sort of cute. She was some limo hopefully. Oh gosh. So, yeah. I really just move on. So this means that everything will change, and this is in the weekend. The two swords on the sides here will remain as they are, but within, it's like there is a total change within things. It's not dangerous, it's more like it will bring the sun out, it will bring us to see new things. And we won't break, it won't harm us, although it may feel like a pretty strong process, and we may fear this change a little bit, I think. Many things are changing in our lives somehow, but it is for the good, and things are stable anyhow, so you can feel trust in this. Interesting. And this may not feel all that positive, although, yeah, nothing to fear. Well, so now this is the only major arcana card here, so this is the most important thing. And eternity, I think about this also, these pillars, again, I talk about them all the time, but these things that always will be there. And although, obviously, for example, I won't talk about death and stuff, but the physical self changes, but it doesn't mean that we won't be physical. Well, I won't go into all that. That is too deep right now. But there are different views on this, but yeah, the spiritual side and the physical side is like perfect reflections of each other, you can say, but on different frequencies or levels. So, but this is to listen to wisdom, be guided by your wisdom, and spirit, because this may feel like a little bit of a desert, and that may be related to the change, although we are very, very inspired and so come up with new things there in the middle of the week still. But yeah, sometimes we also need to go through times where it feels a little bit more rough to actually gain strength, although it doesn't feel good at the time and we don't see a point. Maybe pretty boring in some sense or something like that. There is a reason, and it is there to also make us sometimes maybe reconnect with one of these parts if we have disconnected from our body or from our inner wisdom or soul spirit too much. Maybe that is why things happen sometimes, also to remind us what we need to make it through. We can't just rely on one part. We need to be in touch and honor all of it. Strength. Yeah, we all have this strength anyway. Well, now that I have time over, I hope this was giving you something. And also, if you have had a reading before, I wanted to wait at least 6 months before I do another one, because of that, of your inner wisdom. You should rely on yourself. You all have your answers, and many that I do readings for here on YouTube as well. They say that they already knew. I mean, it's just a validation of what they already know often. not always. Sometimes they may get a new input, but yeah, I will quickly now then. I will draw one card just for the love topic for you who wanted a personal reading here. See what that says. Here, all those pillars all the time. This is a holy dominion. This represents a holy person. This also is very much connected to the hermit there, actually. So I think this is about, when it comes to love, it's about developing yourself, and there is a shadow side here and this brighter side, and to accept all that you are. The two in itself represents love. Love is connected to love. But I think the card itself speaks about more what the hopes and fears were there, that you want it all, you want the whole world. And this card shows that you are and you have so much, and you need to accept the wholeness of who you are and not try to change you into becoming something better, because you are already perfect, you are already holy and whole, is what this card says. I don't know how that is connected to the love topic. I think maybe to the change of attitude, to understand that you deserve everything good and the best, and that you also sort of are the best. You have everything, because sometimes when we search for something outside ourselves, for example a partner, we may try to find confirmation because we're insecure or something in ourselves or such. When it comes to those pillars also, and I think about twin flames as well when I see this. These are like flames in each of these. And the one that is, I believe that, I don't know if this is the case for everyone. I do know that I have a twin flame, and no matter what that will lead up to, but I'm happy I know who he is. Still, no matter what, this person is if you've heard about soulmates and so on, they often reflect the total opposite of you. It can be different opinions and whatever, but it is about the wholeness and the holiness, to see it from different perspectives, and eventually maybe see it from the ultimate perspective, if that is possible. That is like without perspective, I don't know. But yeah, there is a twin flame out there for you, and all the other advices here in the cards will help you to make you become one, really. That's what I interpret this card as right now. So I hope this was of help, and let me know if you want to ask some additional questions or so on, because that is okay. When I meet people face to face, they usually can draw cards afterwards and ask questions. So with this, I'm sending you lots of love.